One of the lines that I've repeated many times when we talk about the issue of salvation, especially to high school students, is that there are two words that are essential when it comes to how God has saved us. And these two words are "but God." And I would always emphasize this is "but" with one T. And so I want to read to you just this short passage from Ephesians chapter 2. It is perhaps the most clear statement about our sin, the problem we just talked about, and the solution for sin. And so if you look at Ephesians chapter 2, verses 1 to 3, you see that we were dead in our trespasses and sins. And then in verse 4, it says, "But God, being rich in mercy." That is the distinction, one of the big differences between how we view our belief and how other people view their belief about salvation. So, a very simple diagram. We're talking about the solution to a problem, which is human sin. What does God say about this? Well, one of the diagrams I've been using for a long time, especially with high school students, looks something like this. I always put somebody in the coffin, and this person is dead in their trespasses and sins. And so this person resembles or kind of establishes this idea of sinfulness for us. And then it says in verse 4, "But God, because of His mercy, He's the one who has saved us." And what does God do? According to Ephesians 2, 8 and 9, He gives two things to us. He gives us grace, that is undeserved, unmerited favor, and faith to believe. And what comes out of that, of course, is the fact that we are now new creatures in Christ. And we are now alive with God in Christ Jesus, as it says in Romans chapter 6. The solution to the problem of human sin is that there needed to be salvation that comes from outside us. Remember, I mentioned just a moment ago in the other video that one of the keys to this video might be to go back to those earlier weeks to see the compare and contrast between sin and salvation. How do we view our belief as different from other people's belief systems? It really centers, one of the key ideas is the difference between how we view salvation. We view human sin as an internal problem with us, not out there. Salvation, of course, the solution to human sin comes from out there to us in here. The big difference between Christianity and other views of life and things comes down to two very simple 5-letter words: grace versus works. And that is a key distinction between Christianity and every other view of life.